have us press on without delay? By your will, Arisen.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
How could I have forestalled this?
I'll turn you into a pincushion. Lucky us. That's worth taking. You have my protection.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. There! Master! Harpies!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find? The creature's talons are useless while it's hid. Pray, make full use of this opportunity to fell it.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you. You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye?
What's this? We're trapped. Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
A Cyclops? Oh, pray, be on your guard.
have my gratitude, sir. Would seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the Oxcart. 'Tis your decision. Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the Oxcart and we'll be off.
That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above. Did anyone else see that? Ort catches the light.
We ought to take a closer look.
Goblins! What's wrong?
Not good will come of this.
We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. I cannot fall too far there.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the Oxcart, then.
That's where the comprehensive coverage nicks in. If your pawn is incapacitated, we guarantee a full replacement or the equivalent in gold. No hassle, no risk.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melve, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent 𝚑𝚑𝚗 of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To 𝚑𝚑𝚗, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, 𝚑𝚑𝚗 chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to 𝚑𝚗 as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as 𝚑𝚗 plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Thought you could hide, eh? Oi!
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery.
Interesting. I shall have to
Welcome to 𝚑𝚗𝚗's Armory, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again. Well met, son.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Mayhap I ought to ask around.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or greatswords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you, unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Where ought we to begin our search?
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these Oxcart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the western road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Next time, on Dragon's Dogma 2. The Arisen has been aggressively drop-kicked off a cliff by a rogue ogre and is currently bleeding out in a ditch. Will our hero finally recover enough stamina to stand up, or will his loyal pawn simply watch him die while cheerfully reminding him for the 400th time that wolves hunt in packs? Tensions reach a boiling point as the party finally rests at the local inn, blissfully unaware that their newly hired sorcerer has contracted the dragon's plague and is preparing to casually nuke the entire civilian population of Vernworth before breakfast. Can the Arisen afford the 92 wake stones required to resurrect all the quest-critical NPCs? Or is this save file officially doomed to the brine? Find out on the next excruciating, Oxcart-destroying episode of Dragon's Dogma 2.